What's up, you guys? Welcome to our Saturday video, and we both look like we're dying right now.
Literally.
We're going to be filming a Get Ready With Me.
Whatever products that we use that are in this video,
we're going to leave down in the description below. We literally are doing the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
I got this from the dollar store.
What?
It's like a skin nutrition age-defy dark, I don't know. It's like a knockoff for the Garnier Fructis one. I literally use this because I swear that I have under eye circles.
No, but it's good to like prevent it right now.
I'm sorry that I'm holding this big red mirror in front of the camera.
On a dry beauty blender because I don't know why. I literally like started doing this like yesterday and I freaking love it. And like I've never tried to do my makeup without a wet beauty blender like ever. So the fact that I like tried to do it was like kind of new to me.
I used to wake up at like 6 in the morning and be too lazy to wet my beauty blender and just do it.
We're lazy?
Yeah.
Don't want to show my tits.
What's been going on in your life recently?
Oh my god.
I know that you just posted the video. You posted a paranormal video. It's really good.
Honestly, I don't know if I told you this. I don't think I did. But I
remember the day that I stayed over, like you had to leave the room like in the middle of the night because like you couldn't sleep.
Oh yeah. No. I couldn't sleep I can't sleep with like anyone else besides like my dad. So it's really weird. I don't know why, but I guess it's kind of like when you're a little girl, you go into your parents' room and you sleep with your dad. So I guess I still have that. Like it's just so weird.
I get you.
But when I filmed that video, I'm like picking my nose. Lovely. When I filmed that video, it was kind of like,
it looks really white on camera, but it's like not that white in person.
Oh yeah, it really is.
Were those the two most like scary experiences, or just like the ones that you decided to talk about?
Those are just the ones I decided to talk about. Honestly, it's not like, I think the first one that I talked about was the scariest one because that has never happened to me like ever. But I don't know, like the second one I just talked about it and decided to talk about it because it didn't happen in my house. I filmed that really late. I took a risk because usually like around 3
is when
like the spirits come out or whatever. And funny story actually, I remember when I first started going out with Christian, that I woke up actually every single night. But I didn't really see that many people. It was kind of like a year of like break from seeing people, but I used to wake up every single night and it would be like either around 3 or exactly at 3. It would never be after 3 or anything. And it was like, I didn't think anything of it, but I remember like every time I woke up, like in the middle of the night or something, I would look at my phone and it would be like 2:52 or like 2:53 or like 3 o'clock exactly. And then I remember people were telling me, like I didn't know that ghosts like came out at like 3 or like spirits, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. I call them people. So I didn't know that at that time. I noticed that I would wake up every time at 3. So, and then I don't know who it was. I think it was Christian's mom or someone that told me like, oh, you know, they come out at around like 3 o'clock and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? And that's when I was like,
it's kind of crazy when people, like, it's something that people don't really talk about, but I feel like a lot of people experience. So, like, I was sleeping, and I remember being, like, in a dream, and, like, someone, like, it felt like a little, like, boy, or, like, a little kid, and I felt like someone was just holding on to me because they were scared. Like, when I woke up, I was like, oh, like, let me check my leg, because it was, like, in a lot of pain while I was sleeping. So I was like, let me check my leg, and I looked down, and, like, I lift up my pants, and I check my leg, and I have, like, the bruise was, like, that big. Like,
no, yeah, it's gotten down, though.
It's gone down a lot.
That happened, like
a while
back.
But the bruise was huge. Whatever, the bruise was really big, and like I had no explanation for it, and like everyone was like, oh, where'd you get that from? And I was just like, like, have you ever had a dream and then you wake up
and you're like, oh, what the heck? Like, wasn't I just holding a phone?
Or like you dream about something and the next day exactly what you dreamt about happens.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know, an alternate reality.
Yeah, like the switching of like a dimension or something. Because honestly,
I also feel like spirits, it's easier for them to connect with you in like a dream.
I feel like they have certain types of rules, and like being around that basically like ever since I was like 8, I feel like they have some types of like rules like of what you can and can't do, like just to like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I think that?
No,
I feel like they
get
have rules in their like world, whether it's whatever you believe in, heaven or hell or whatever.
Purgatory, like whatever.
Yeah.
Just an afterlife.
I feel like they have certain types of rules where they can't come into anyone's life. They can't like come in the daylight or something because it would be too obvious.
What else can we talk about? As you guys know, Diana is in a relationship.
Yes.
And I am extremely single. Did you ever like see yourself in such a serious relationship?
Honestly, I did, but I didn't with him at all.
Their
like,
story is like
especially
super cute.
Especially at first, like I didn't see myself with him at all. I didn't even want to like give him a chance because I was just like, no. And like I had recently gotten out of a bad relationship. Hers was a lot worse, but like mine was just like annoyingly, and it just didn't end well, and I wish it did, but it didn't. So
I feel like we both were in bad relationships around the same time. I definitely have my fair share of experience with like bad relationships, like not even like fuckboys, like whatever.
Yeah, it was
like,
something like
I'm talking
extreme.
about
like it was a little bit of everything bad that can happen in a relationship was like her relationship.
Yeah.
So like mine wasn't. It was just
hers
like,
was more like
my guy
fuckboy.
just cheated on me, and like
Yeah.
that's it. Like, you know. And like, don't get me wrong, that's pretty bad for anyone that has gone through that. I'm not saying that that's not like a bad thing, whatever. But
yeah,
it just wasn't as bad as like hers. Hers was like a little bit more
intense. It's just
Yeah.
like when somebody emotionally disrespects you, it's a whole
it's like a whole different world.
Because
it's a whole different world.
You're being like emotionally beat down, and you're being emotionally like, and everyone's like, well, why don't you just leave? And like, it's so much more complicated than just leaving. Like,
yeah, and just being like, I'm done with you, block his number,
it's
and
not
that's
like
it.
that. It's not that easy at all. I'm only putting bronzer in my eyes.
I was literally about to put this dark color on my nose. Like I was gonna nice. What a nice look.
Relationships are really complicated. It's kind of just designed to each person, and it all depends on your situation.
Literally.
But you can, like, the one thing I learned from my relationship was that you cannot be in a relationship if you are not, like, in love with yourself.
You're just gonna go out of your way to please the person, and especially if the other person is, like, super toxic, that's so not good for you. Like,
yeah, especially, like, if the other person's toxic and you don't care about yourself, you're gonna let them be toxic.
Yeah, for
Which was
sure.
kind of my situation. Like, I wasn't in a good, like, place with myself. So
that's why you
I
needed
just
like
let it
someone to
happen.
love. Yeah.
Yeah, I just let it happen. Definitely, relationships is. I feel like it's something everyone talks about. On the other hand, like aside from paranormal.
Oh
like,
yeah.
how nobody talks about paranormal. Everyone talks about relationships, and a lot of the time, I feel like it's very like blamed on the guys. A lot
It's
of
just
girls
'cause
nowadays
guys
are
are
just
really-
like,
oh, we shouldn't trust them.
and if you have that mentality,
Yeah.
like obviously, like it's not gonna work out. If you care about the person enough, you're gonna want to trust them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like not even that. It's just I feel like you should just either. Wow, I love my life. I love my life. But like either way, I feel like you should just give in because like look at me. Like I did not want to
You
go
didn't
out
want to
with
trust
Christian.
Christian.
I did not want to trust Christian. I was like no. Like I literally just got into a really bad situation, and I literally just broke up with this kid like. Not even like a week ago. I feel like it was 4
like
days.
A few days.
It was like 4 days, and then Christian was like, I really like you. Was kind of just not gonna give him a chance because I was like, no, he's exactly like the other boys, blah, blah, blah. Like, hell no, I just want to break from this. And like, we're literally gonna make 2 years.
On the other spectrum of things, like, then there's people who are like, blinded because like you can not like you can be not trusting, or you can be in a relationship and trust too much and be like, oh like, yeah, so like that's where I was totally oblivious in my relationship, and I was just like, yes sir, no sir, like whatever you say sir. Like it was kind of bad. So like there just has to be a nice balance. Trust someone until they give you a reason not to.
Yeah,
things are meant to be, they're gonna be, even if it's the last person you ever thought you'd end up with. Like of course if you're not into them at all, like don't
like
leave
go
them
for
on,
it, you know.
How do you say that?
In Goulue.
Goulue. So like glue, but Goulue.
Goulue. I think it's Goulue. I don't know.
I think it's Goulue. It looks like a lot on camera, but it's really not. I don't know why this camera's picking it up like crazy. This camera is not picking up my makeup properly. I like putting blush
everywhere. Literally
like,
me.
all over here. Because, I don't know, I feel like it looks like I'm like, I don't know, like I look like a doll.
I kind of want to like put it out there. Like give us like ideas or something that you want to see that people like don't usually do on YouTube or like should do more of but don't do enough.
We're really not afraid to talk about topics that like people don't
talk about. Like it might be hard for us, it depends on the topic, but like we'll still talk about it. And like I don't know, I feel like we're very open-minded.
I'm sorry, I got a text message.
I don't know, like you guys should kind of just tell us like what you want us to talk about, or like if you guys need advice or like you want someone else's point of view or like I don't know, something, just like let us. And like we might not make a video on it, but we might like just reply to you. Like if you don't have like a YouTube like channel, or you're like not even signed up for YouTube and you just kind of just watch YouTube videos, I feel like you should still tell us like on Twitter or like Instagram or something of like what you want to see or what you want us to talk about or what you think about, I don't know, life or something. There's a lot of people that don't really want to talk about something because they don't see that many people talking about it, and they're kind of just afraid to like embrace whatever it is that's going on. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, like you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to, you know, do all of that.
You just like
talk to us, like tweet us or like Instagram.
I have a Curious Cat account, and like if you don't want me to know who you are and you want to ask me for advice, like you can always go on there. My username is Veronica Perez with 4 Z's, like as on my other things.
Yeah, we'll put like the link and like the name. I just want to be a place where like people send in their stuff and we like don't ignore them. There's like so many YouTube channels like now, and they're like, oh, comment down below if this has blah blah blah, or comment down below and blah blah, and they like don't reply to any of them,
or they'll reply and put like a generic comment like thanks for commenting, like,
yeah, and it's like it's just not, I feel like it's not very like one-on-one, and I want to be as one-on-one as possible.
And like a lot of things that people think that they're alone that they go through, like we went through them too, even though you may think like,
who are these girls, like like they probably don't know, they haven't gone through anything.
We definitely haven't gone through like
everything, but we've gone through stuff that like
pretty much a lot of things. I know there's people even younger than us that have like gone through even more like than us, and they
like,
are
whether
so much younger.
Family problems, like relationship problems, like anything. Like I've gone through family problems, like
yeah,
I know what that's like. I don't want to dirty my shirt. I know what that's like, and it's literally the worst. Like it's the worst feeling in the world. We'll be open to talk to you, even if you're somebody that we know, guy and girl. Like I feel like a lot of guys don't know how to talk to about like their emotions. Like,
oh, for sure, we could totally help you with that. I don't know. I just felt like that should be said, and I feel like we haven't said that enough. Here, have a Q-tip.
That was gross. I just licked it, but it's fine. Real life. I look really cute. Oh my god, why is everyone calling me? We're pretty much done.
Yeah. So we're gonna do like just random like challenges or like videos with like our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
We want to be a place where like everyone can just go to, and it's like it's
yeah,
a whatever
like you can
thing.
relate. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Give us a big thumbs up if you want to see more Get Ready With Me's. It's kind of like calm.
Wednesdays are gonna be
great.
awesome.
Yes.
Even though we don't know what we're doing yet.
We'll get there.
We'll think about it.
Do you have to say anything?
No.
Links to our social medias in the description. And we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye. Besos.
Welcome to the end of the video, or like I like to call it, the dating app.
Oh, my socks don't match my outfit.
Click here to watch our last video, as always. The typical. Click here to subscribe. Click here to subscribe.
And you can click on our bodies to watch our main channels.
I don't know why you would do that anyways.